Let me fiddle with it a bit. Right, I'm going to step back a bit. Hello, welcome to Wednesday's class. Right, I put up a little bit of warning, a little bit of notice, but I don't know if you saw it. Tins ready, you did see it. You may want to have a couple of tins of tomatoes ready, beans, other tinned food is available. If you've got weights, you might want to use them. But I thought rather than people going to the expense of weights, because we do use bands, you may want to use these. The reason I'm doing that is because I tend to concentrate on the less fit end. But those of you that have been with me a while, the arm exercises, you may find that having because your body gets used to it gets used to doing exercises, and it becomes once it becomes easy, you have to increase, well, you should increase the resistance a bit. So if you want to, when we come to the arm exercises, and I'll tell you when, you could have a couple of cans, one in each hand. If you've got weight, somebody has got you can do half kilo or a kilo, whatever you like, but be careful. Once you start waving weights over your head and things, just be careful. But if you don't want to use them, absolutely no problem at all. You still get benefit from using the muscles and moving your arms. But I'll tell you when. I'm just going to put these out of sight for the moment, because I'll be sitting on the chair before then. Morning, Prue. Morning, everyone. Right, if you're new to the class, you need a chair, and if you've got one, an exercise band, and obviously if you want to, some tins or some weights. If you don't have an exercise band, that's absolutely fine. Just do the movements without the band, and you'll get benefit from it. If you want, most of the exercises that I do, you can do sitting down. So if you're slightly less mobile, or you get very, very tired, sit down and do the exercises, particularly the arm exercises. If you can stand, it's better if you do, because that strengthens your legs, it strengthens your core. Just the very act of standing, it improves your balance, and it is just generally better for you to stand rather than to sit. But if you need to sit, that's absolutely fine as well. The exercises should be doable for no matter what level of fitness you have. You may not be able to do 10. We do 10 repetitions of each one. You may not be able to do 10 of each exercise, but that doesn't matter if you can only do one. Just that's something to build on. So don't worry if you thinking, oh, I can never do this, and then don't sort of think that and then give up. Keep doing it week after week. Consistency is really important. The other thing before we start, I should say as well, that the session's in 3 parts. There's a warm-up, the main body of the exercise, and then we do stretching at the end. But what I was going to say is, I was thinking I'm going to change the exercises just to keep a bit of variety. But then looking at them, I'm pretty happy with the exercises we've got, because they do most of the muscle groups that we do, and it works on strength and coordination and things. So I'm quite happy with the exercises we've got. But what I thought I might do, rather than change them for the sake of changing them, I might have a functional fitness A one week and then functional fitness B the next week, just to sort of ring the changes a bit. I'll be interested to see what you think about that, just to keep it a little bit more interesting for you and for me. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say. So without further ado, we'll start. I'm just going to get rid of this a minute. If you need to sit in the chair, then just do. And we're just going to start walking gently on the spot, nice and gentle. Feet hardly leaving the floor. Do a slightly exaggerated swing of your arms. To mobilize your shoulders. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Old age catching up with me. If you're in the chair, if you're sitting down, just do this. It's actually harder to do that, I think, when you're sitting down. But if you can, do this. We'll do this just for a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Next thing we're going to do is just going to mobilize our shoulders a bit here. So put your hand on your shoulder, make it your arm like a wing, and it sticks out from your body, 180 degrees. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out of the end of your elbow, and we're going to draw backwards a great big circle. 1, 2, nice range of movement. 3, nice and slow. 4, 5, and then we're going to go forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm laughing because when I'm doing that, I can hear my shoulder going click, 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 click. I'm assuming all that's normal because my body has always done it. Right, don't forget the pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fabulous. Right, we're going to do a few exercises. They're warm-up exercises, and I can't think of anything better. Praising myself here, but I really like this routine, and it warms up all your muscles, and it works on your strength and coordination, and I just think it's really good. So if you haven't done it before, just follow along. If you have, you'll think, oh, I can do this in my sleep, Rosemary. So we're going to start just with a heel dig. I put my black shoes on again because I thought the white disappeared into the carpet a bit. So we're going to do a heel dig, and at the same time, anchor your elbow into your waist, and with the opposite arm, you're going to do a bicep curl. So our bicep curl just goes like that. Your elbow never leaves your body. It's only your forearms that move. But just check that you've got the opposite arm and leg. If you're sitting down, you can do this in the chair as well. There's only one of these exercises that you can't do in the chair, and I'll show you what to do. 3, 2, 1. Next one we're going to do is we're just going to put out to the side, one foot out to the side, and have prayer hands, and as your foot goes out, both arms go out. Try and keep your knees pointing forward. Imagine you've got headlights on your knees. So you want to try and resist your knee sort of sliding in like that this one wants to do. 3, 2, 1. The next one, you won't be able to do the foot bit on the chair, but do the arm bit. So you're just going to take a step back, which you won't be able to do on the chair. And your hands start at chest height, and they just go out in front of you. As your foot comes back, and make sure you're stepping back. Quite a lot of people, an ex-MP for one, was doing it this way, stepping forward. It's not, it's stepping back. Make sure your arms come out. Splay your fingers. Give your hands and your forearms a bit of a workout. We neglect our hands a bit until such times as we can't use them, and then we really know. So 3, 2, 1. And then the last one is just a toe tap, like that, and a swing of the opposite arm. A slightly exaggerated swing. And just to get those shoulders warm. We do quite a lot of arm exercises actually on this one, on this session. 3, 2, 1. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put those all together into a routine. And this is good because it makes you, it's good for your cognition. So we're going to start with, if you're new to this, we're not going to go very fast to begin with, and then we're going to speed up a wee bit. So heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, we'll do 3 quite slowly, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, woo, lapse of concentration there. Toe tap. Right, we're going to go slightly faster. Heel dig, side, I'm going to kick the chair here. Toe tap. heel dig, side, back, toe tap. I'm going to see what somebody's just written. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Faster. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side. If you're having difficulty keeping up, don't worry. Toe tap. Heel dig, side. Those of you that have been with me a while should be able to keep up. Heel dig, side, back. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. That was quite fast at the end. Did you manage to keep up? Let me just see what people are saying. Morning all, morning all, morning. Sorry to be late. Nikki, go and stand in the corner. What time do you call this? Right, I'm quite puffed now. Hopefully you're quite nice and warmed up. So we're going to go into the main body of the exercise. Now, in my previous life, in 2021, I used to start with a squat because it's really important to have strong thighs, strong bum muscles. I was on Twitter the other day and somebody was bemoaning the fact that they can no longer use the bath, and they used to really enjoy a nice soak in a hot bath, and they can no longer do that because they can't get in and out of the bath. So for me and this lady, it's very important to have strong legs so that I can continue to get in and out of the bath and don't have to use a shower. So we're going to do squats are difficult. There's no getting away from it. The technique is difficult. So we're going to start by doing a knee extension. And I want everybody to do this. Even if you can do a squat, a knee extension is still good because it uses slightly different muscles. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit on the chair. I'm going sideways to show you this. With your knees at 90 degrees and your ankles under your knees. And what you're going to do is you're just going to raise one leg, pulling your toe back. Now, if you sit like this and poke your thigh, you can feel the muscle engaging, because remember, muscles can only pull, they can't push. Don't use the back of the chair, by the way. Your thigh doesn't come off the floor, so you don't have to have your leg parallel to the floor. You just have to have your knee straight with your toe pulled back. I've seen people sort of trying to lift their leg up. That's not necessary. Okay? So we're going to do, I'm just going to shut this door because it's glaring a bit. We're going to do 10 on one side and 10 on the other. We're not going to alternate. We're going to keep 10 on one side and then 10 on the other so that your muscle is put under a bit of pressure. I'm going to sit this way now. So starting with the right leg or the left leg, whichever you want. But it's important that you do it nice and slowly. Hold it there for a couple of, just a little bit. Feel the tension in your thigh and then bring it down. 1, 2, 3. It starts off quite easy. 4, you think, oh, this is easy. 5. But if you're doing it properly, this muscle should start to become a bit tired. 6. It's very gentle. You can do this anywhere. 7. Go out for a meal. Just do that under the table. 8. Very non-impact. 9. Doesn't put any strain on anything. Well, your back maybe a little bit. 10. I'm going to go sideways for the next one, for the same one, for my left leg is what I'm trying to say. You can check your posture just by putting your hands above your head like that. It's very difficult to slouch if your hands are like that. Can't get them up above your head, just do the best you can, that's fine. Right, other leg. 1, 2, lift it gently and then place it down gently. 3, keep your toe pulled back. 4, make sure your back's nice and straight. 6, 5, sorry. 4, 6. 6, 7, that's the Priti Patel School of Maths. 8, whoa, this is getting quite tiring now. 9, 10. Whoa, my left thigh really felt that. Right, now we're going to go into squats. And even if you can't do a squat, not a proper squat, a freestanding squat, I want you to give this a go. Wait till I tell you though. So a squat is sitting down basically without the chair. So your feet are hip width apart, nice and wide, maybe a little bit wider than hip width. And you sit down and your toes don't come forward. I've seen people doing squats like that. You sit back so your weight is on the heels. Now, you don't need to go down as far as that. You can go down there. And what I want you to do, if you can't do a squat with good technique, and if you've got a full length mirror after this class, go and check your technique in the mirror, because then you can see if your knees are going over your toes. If you are not confident doing a freestanding squat, hold the back of the chair, get yourself in position, and just practice sitting down. Just there, you can feel that your bum and your thighs are taking a bit of strain, and then standing up again. And then just down to there and up. Whichever way you want to do it, whichever way you feel comfortable, you'll still get benefit. There's no point in not being able to do it and doing it all wrong, because you won't get any benefit. It's better to do it, make very small movements that are correct, and then you get more benefit. So I'm going to do full squats, but it's up to you. So I'll do 5 side, we're going to do 10. I'll do 5 sideways and then 5 front on. The other thing is, when you go down, don't let your knees come together. Right, sorry, lots of chat. Sorry about that. So down we go. 1, you can tip your hands. I have my hands out in front to balance me. 2, you can touch them behind you if you want. 3, 4, 5. The wider your legs are apart, the slightly easier it is. I mean, don't have the right wide, but 6. Imagine you've got eyes in your chest and you're looking forward. 7, 8, 9, 10. How was that? Your legs have taken a bit of a pounding. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave our legs alone, and we're going to do a little bit of boxing. So you can do this in the chair if you want, but we're not moving around. So if you want to do it standing up, so feet hip width apart. All exercises are done with feet hip width apart, really, most exercises, because it gives you a good stable base. Hands here, and we're going to do boxing straight out. It's straight out like that. It's not up like that, it's not down like that, it's not like that. Straight out, and we're going to do it in 3s. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds, have a couple of seconds rest, and then we're going to do it again. So we're going to do it twice. So adopt the position, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hard as you can. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds to go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's a bit scatty at the end, that. Right, just have a little bit of a rest, and then we'll go again. So it's be what's the word I'm looking for? Be aware of what your arms are doing. Straight out. Right, are you ready? Going to go again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 10 seconds. 1, 5, 4, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, it's difficult for me to count and do the things. Chewing gum and counting, not my forte. Right, puffs you out that. The next one I'm going to do is the side bend. I would love to dump this one, but I don't because it's so good for us. You can do this in the chair if you want, just make sure you don't kugel off it. So, feet slightly wider than hip width apart. And as the name suggests, you're just going to bend to the side. You're not bending forwards, not bending back, just to the side. If you want to use this arm, you can keep it straight so that you're actually engaging the muscles in that arm. So we go down. If you can get your hand to your knee or beyond, well and good. If it's only to there, absolutely fine. Whatever suits you. 1. This is really good for your core. 2. And your balance. And your back. And your waist. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Whew. Other side now. Nearly finished, halfway through. 1, 2. I'm much better on this side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Glad that's over with. Right, now it's the arm exercises I was talking about. I don't know why I've brought the chair in. We don't need the chair. You can do these exercises in the chair if you need to. I'm going to do them with my cans of beans, cans of tomatoes actually, just to see what it's like. I did try it before as well. Weights are probably easier to hold, but tins are fine. And the first one we're going to do, which is great for your posture. I don't know, I just really like this exercise. All it is one arm goes above your head to your ear. If you can't get it to your ear, it doesn't matter. I don't mean touching your ear like that, but up by your head. And the other one just comes back. And then you just alternate, but you don't rock, just your arms that move. Okay, so we're going to go nice and slow and controlled. 2, 1. Sorry. Keep your arms straight. 2, 3, 4. Scrap metal people going past. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now, keeping hold of your cans if you've got them, we're going to do, the next one we're going to do, sorry, is have your hands by your sides with your palms facing in, or your weights or cans facing in. You're going to turn them outwards. I'm going to kneel down so as you can see what I'm doing. You're going to turn them outwards and just bring them slowly above your head. Just touch them together, turn them again, and down we go. Okay? And we're going to do 10 of those again as well. So, turn them. If you can't get them above your head and you can't touch your hands, absolutely fine. Do what you can. All these are do it at your own capability. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you manage all 10? Really good if you did. The last one we're going to do is you have your hands, like get them up, stick them up, cowboy way. And we're just going to bring your arms, your elbows together. If you can't get your elbows together, just do what you can. Okay, so we'll start like this. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, whoa, 5, I'm noticing this one, 6, this is much more difficult with cans, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'd be glad to know you can put your cans down now. I really noticed that last one actually with the cans. It was on my shoulders there. But that's good. It just means that, you know, the muscles are working hard. The next one we're going to do is balance. Now, if you're in the chair, you obviously can't do balance if you're in a chair. But if you're not very confident on your feet, just hold on to the chair and just put one leg up and just let go and see how long you can balance. Just do it sort of count to 10 on one leg and then 10 on the other and then swap until we finish this exercise. Now, if you want to walk, now if you're at all unsure about your balance, do this very, very carefully. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Start with the right leg and you're going to take 1, 2, 3 steps forward and your left leg comes up. Now, if you are confident enough, start with the leg that's in the air and go back 2, 3, and your right leg comes up again. And then we're going again 1, 2, 3. If you're not confident about going backwards, when you get to this stage, put your leg down, turn round, bring your left leg up, and go back 2, 3. Bring your right leg up, put it down, and turn round, okay? It's really important that you don't try and push yourself so that you fall over, because we really don't want that. The reason I'm doing this rather than static exercises is because when you're walking, you are trying to balance all the time. Okay, so we're going to try and do 10. So go 1, 2, 3, and then turn around now if you want. Those of us that are going to go backwards will have to balance for a little bit longer. And then 1, 2, 3, and then right leg comes up. Woohoo! Right leg comes up. Turn it around if you're not, if you're facing the other way, turn around so as you're facing forwards again. 1, 2, 3. I'm much more stable on my right leg. And then back, 2, 3, up. Turn around. 1, 2, 3. Turn around. Back, 2, 3. I think was that 3 or 4? Woo! Turn around. 1, 2, 3. I think this is 4, our 4th repetition. turn, back, 2, 3. There's a bit of a jump there. Turn around, 1, 2, 3. I've lost count totally. Turn around, 1, 2, 3. I think that's 6. Turn around, 1, 2, 3. Turn, 1, 2, 3. Turn. We're going to call this one 8. Turn, 1, 2, 3. Turn. Last one. I'm going to have to get pedals like an umpire does. Turn around and then back, 2, 3. And up we go. And well done if you managed that. I had a few wobbles, didn't I? This is the first exercise that you need the band for. If you don't have a band, it's fine. Just do the actions. If you've got a band, you're going to stand on it. Whether you have a band or not, you're going to anchor your elbow into your waist like that. And if you've got the band, have the tension strong enough so that if you relaxed your arm, it would flop down. You have to keep this bicep, this is the bicep, and it's going to, remember, it pulls, it's pulling the forearm up. And the elbow always stays anchored. You're not doing that, you're just doing that. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Other side now. Stand on your band. Anchor your elbow. If you're doing it without the band, clench your fist as well. Just puts a little bit more pressure on your bicep. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. We're going to need the chair. If you're sitting down in the chair, it's difficult to do this one. If you can't stand up at all and you want to know how to strengthen, this one is going to be strengthening the muscles at the side, your side glutes, as it were. If you need me to show you how to do that, let me know. But I'm going to assume that most people can stand. So, standing behind the chair, and what you're going to do is you're just going to lift one leg out to the side, toe pointing forward. Don't turn your leg. If it was your arm, it would just be doing that. So it's just going to lift it and then place it down, and then we're going to do exactly the same with the other. And we're going to alternate those, called rock the boat, and we're going to do 10 of them. So 1, 2. Don't kick your leg up and then place it down. 3, don't let momentum take it up. 4, be conscious of your muscles lifting it. 5, 6, 7. If you can't do 10 of these, fine. 8, 9, 10. We have to do one. I've lost count again. 10. That might have been 11, but it won't do you any harm. Whew. Right, I'm going to let you sit down again now. So, chair. Sit on the edge of the chair. Again, if you don't have a band, you need the band. If you don't have a band, just do the movements. Your legs are straight out in front of you, your heels are on the ground, your toes are pulled back. Just loop the band over your feet, hopefully on the instep, and then walk your hands down the band a bit and then sit up. So you've got quite a lot of tension on the band. You're sitting up nice and straight. You're not using the back of the chair to lean on. And you're going to pull your arms back like that. But I'll show you face on how the arms go. They don't lift up. So your feet stay on the ground, your heels stay on the ground the whole time. You hold the band as if it was a dog's lead, and you're just pulling back. You don't rock, it's only your arms that move. Pull them back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then down. You don't lift at all. 2, 3, 4, 5. If this becomes too easy, 6, you can always increase the tension. 7, or get a stronger band. 8, 9, 10. Well done. And the last, well, the sort of second to last, we're going to do 10 more squats. Now, if you want to, remember, either do them in chair that way or freestanding squats, whatever suits you. We're just going to get on and do them, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Right, just give your legs a bit of a wiggle. We're going to end with the usual. You may have heard about HIIT, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. We're going to do a little bit of that just to finish with, because it gets the blood pumping and it's a nice way to go into the stretch because you're all nice and warmed up. And what it is, you're going to run on the spot, tiny little steps, using your arms as well. Don't try and get your arms to go as fast as your legs because they won't be able to. Tiny little steps. I'm going to do that for 20 seconds, rest for 40 seconds. I'm going to do that 3 times. Now, if you've got any worries about your heart, if you develop chest pains while you're doing it, it's normal to be breathless. But if you've got any worries, don't do it, okay? And you don't have to do all 3. You may want to do 1. If you're in the chair, just do the movements. Don't hunch your shoulders like I just was then. Do as I say, not as I do. Right. Are we ready? We're going to go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. Three, 2, 1, stop. We got 40 seconds rest. What was hard, Diane? I can't remember which one we did. Let me know. If it's hard, remember I always say if something's hard, it's a sign you should do it more than once, more, not less. That's why I keep the side bends in, because I find them hard. And so I know that I should be doing them. Right, we've got just nearly 10 seconds of rest left. 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, stop. It's too busy reading that to pay attention to the clock. Get 40 seconds of rest. Yes, the tins. That's good because it means that you're putting your muscles under a little bit more pressure. Was it this one particularly? I just found that very hard. I hope you're not too sore tomorrow. I did some yoga. I hadn't done any yoga for a long time, and I did some yoga, and you know, it was a lot of this stuff and things. And at the time, you don't really feel it particularly. But then the next day, I could hardly move my arms. Right, we're going to go again in 3, 2, 1, go. Little tiny steps, fast as you can. 17, 18, 19, 20, stop. I got it right that time. Well done. So just have a little bit of a rest before we go into the stretching. Just a few things. If you've liked the class, I mean, the classes are free, but if you've enjoyed them and you want to show your appreciation, you could buy me a coffee, and it's all explained. It's in the there's a link underneath in the comments section. If you want to contact me or you want to know more about fitness, there's my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page, and there's a link there as well. I think that's all I've got to tell you at the moment. Let me know what you think about functional fitness A and functional fitness B, just to sort of mix it up, alternate weeks. I think I might do it to try it anyway. Anyway, I think that's about it. You've had an hour, a minute and 40 minutes. No, you haven't. 1.4, forget it. 1 minute, 20 seconds rest. So get your chair. We're going to go into the stretching now. So we're going to start at the bottom, work all the way up, starting with the calf muscle. Front leg forward. Well, it would be forward if it was the front leg, wouldn't it? I meant bent, back leg straight. Make sure both your feet are pointing in the same direction. So like that, not sort of spread out to the side. Both heels on the floor, particularly your back heel. If you can't get your heel on the floor, move your leg in a bit. And the more you lean forward, the more you feel the stretch. And it should be sort of on your calf, almost behind your knee. And then very gently bend your knee. Your heel comes off the floor at this point, but you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles, lower down into your calf and into your Achilles. And then switch legs. Again, just have a look to check that your feet are both pointing in the same direction. And then very gently bend your back knee. Okie dokie. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do the thigh muscles. We've put our thighs under quite a lot of pressure today, so we're going to stretch them a bit. The traditional way of doing that is by getting hold of your foot, your ankle, your trouser leg, having your knees together and getting a good stretch there. But quite a lot of people can't do that. And an alternative, if you want to do it that way, absolutely fine. An alternative is to put your hands behind your back and then see if you can kick your hands with your heels. If you can only get it up a little way, it doesn't matter. What you're doing is you're stretching this muscle and you're actually exercising your hamstrings as well. So whichever one you're doing, get going. I like this one now. And it is getting better because when I first started, it was more difficult for me to kick my, as a postman, the dog's going to go wild. Easier for me to, it's easier now for my heel to reach my hand. If you're doing the traditional one, swap legs. Us dynamic people are going to keep going. I think the postie's gone past. Oh no, he's pushing something through the letterbox. Here he comes. 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Right, now, the aforementioned hamstrings, we're now going to stretch those. So, sitting on the edge of the chair, knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, sitting up nice and straight. Check your posture. And then one leg out in front, toe pulled back, sitting up nice and straight. You're leaning forward from the hips, not from the waist. So imagine you've got eyes in your chest and you're just actually looking forward rather than collapsing down onto your leg. You're just going forwards. Try and keep your toe pulled back. Now you may not be able to go forward, but I'm quite bendy. So you may only be able to go forward a little bit before you can feel it on your hamstrings. That's absolutely fine. Stretching should be challenging but not painful. Well, exercise should be challenging but not painful. No pain, no gain is one of the most damaging slogans ever. Pain is the body's way of saying, stop instantly, something's going wrong. And sit up. Other leg, check your posture, forward from the hips, not from the waist. And then sit up. And the last one, obviously you don't need to keep moving the chair around. I move it around so that you can see what I'm doing. You sit sideways on the chair, but with no chair here. So there's no chair here. You sit sideways and at the front of the chair, and this leg goes out behind. Now, just put it out whatever's right for you. Because we want to stretch these muscles here, your hip flexors and all the ones, they're sort of deeper into your hip, and they are difficult to stretch. But if you can get into the habit of having a good stretch here, it pays dividends. And then turn round. When you're doing this one, keep your torso nice and upright. You don't want to be going forward. And then standing up, arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, and you're going to go round the tree. So your arms are round rather than straight. Round the tree, and then up to shoulder height again, and dip your head. So you're looking like this. So you're trying to sort of separate your shoulder blades. And then, if you can, interlink your hands behind your back. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together, as long as you get a stretch across your chest. If you're interlinking your fingers, just lift your arms up like that, and you just get a stretch across your chest. And then, sitting down, it's really important to try and keep your neck as flexible as possible. If you're sitting, just sit comfortably. Don't use the back of the chair to lean on. Use your own back muscles to keep yourself nice and straight. And what you're going to do is just look at the floor, dip your head, put your hand on your crown, but don't push. Just let the weight of your hand push your head down slightly. It's really important when you're doing neck exercises to be very gentle. And then look up. And then turn your head, not your shoulders, just your head, as far as it will go to the left. Take your right hand, put it against your chin, and then you're going to try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with this hand. So you're creating a lot of tension in your neck. So your head's trying to come this way, and your hand's pushing it back that way. And then relax, and you should find that you can turn your head ever so slightly more to the left. Just a little bit more. Hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then bring it back to the center, and then turn it to the right, and much less flexible this side, your left hand on your left hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center. Resist with your hand. Get that tension going in your neck. And then relax totally and see if you can turn your head just a little bit more to the right. And then that's it. Thank you very much for attending. Had a good large class today. That was quite nice. I like it when there's lots of people. It's quite dispiriting when there's not so many. But I'll see you next Wednesday. I'll maybe do functional fitness B next Wednesday. Thank you very much for attending.